guys? It's the Cheap Ass Gamer coming at you with a video that I was not even planning on doing today. I was planning on doing some other day, but I got the time right now, so why not do it? So, the book that I'm going to be reviewing is based on a video game, a very good game, and it's followed from the original Xbox, and it's all the way to the 360, and they're making a fourth game, and it's coming out next Christmas, unfortunately. But the book I'm going to be reviewing, if you guessed correctly, or if you just looked at the title, it's really easy, is Halo the Fall of Reach, sorry. Halo the Fall of Reach. Now, just before I start, you can get a box set that comes with the Fall of Reach, the Flood, and Halo First Strike. Comes in a box set for like $25, not too bad. Or if you're lucky, you can buy these books separately on eBay and Amazon. You can find these for $1 or $2. I know I did, and I'm happy I got lucky with that. But if you can't, then just buy the box set, and they're brand new, so it's not too bad. So, Halo: The Fall of Reach. This book is about John 117 and just basically his background story. It talks about his childhood, what it was like, what the grueling pain he had to go through when he was a kid. It talks about how the government was planning this and how they needed super soldiers, basically. And it talks about how the Covenant come to find the humanity and why they wanted to destroy it, basically. And you learn about John's friends, all his teachers and mentors, the scientists that experiment on them, I guess you could say. And this book, overall, it's a great book. And I should note that this book came out, this book, Eric Nylund, sorry, he wrote this book in under a month, apparently, and you know what? In under a month, if you can write a book like this, I want to see what you can write in a year, because this book was amazing. I read The Flood a little bit. I didn't read too much into it, and I should know that The Flood is written by William C. Diaz. It's not the same author. But I read this, and I don't know how long it took for him to write this, and this book was pretty good. And then I read a little of The First Strike, and I'm not sure how long it took him to write this, but I'm pretty sure it took him a little longer than a month, because this book was amazing, and The Flood was good. But in under a month, he wrote this, and I have to admit, this is one of my favorite prequels so far, next to the Mass Effect books, which is Mass Effect Revelation. And I'll get into this book series later. But in under a month, this book was amazing. Mr. Nylund, again, I'm not sure how to say your name. Thank you for writing this book and giving it to us. Because us Halo fans, this was a great, awesome read, in my opinion. I found this book to be amazing. But back to the review. So this book, it opens up and you see his teachers and mentors, how they have to pick these certain amount of students, because only certain kids can be injected with this superhuman DNA, basically. And they have to pick wise, because if they accidentally inject it to the wrong kid, the kid can die, basically. And then that's a lot of problems that they don't want to deal with. So they have to be very, very careful on what kid they want to experiment, or what kid they want to inject the DNA into, basically. And they go to this school, I think it was, and they find John, and they start, they just act like parents, and they're just, trying to mingle with the kid, trying to see how John is taking effect to the new DNA. And apparently he's been taking great to the DNA, because you see the amount of strength he has, the quickness he's gained because of his DNA, and everything seems to be working out perfectly. So they say, we want John. who want John in this program. So they take John and they put him with all the kids and they tell them, okay, you are now soldiers and you forever be soldiers, so you're gonna have to learn to act like soldiers and not complain so much. So they start going through grooming training. I'm talking the description. You can see the amount of uh, training that these kids went through. You could see how John in the games, or how he's so powerful and how he's so straight-minded. Like he can function under so much pressure and it doesn't bother him at all. So yeah, this book tells you a lot about the backstory behind everything. Again, it talks about his friends and his mentors, and you learn a little bit about everything and how he feels about everybody. And that's one thing that you don't get out of the game. In the game, all you get, and I'm not saying it's bad, but all you get is a guy with guns. He's very powerful. Go shoot some aliens and kill this and save humanity, which is fine with me. I don't care. Right now, I'm in the mood right now to go and just shoot things right now. Go play a game that just gives me a gun and targets enemies, and let me just go shoot them. And that's cool with me. I like that. But this book was a nice installment because you get to see the other side of John. You don't get to see the soldier in him. You get to see the emotions that he has, all the groundbreaking stuff that revolves around him, basically. And this book does that. This book shows everything that goes on in his life and how much he went through to get as far as he is now. And again, Mr. Knight, if you're watching this video, and I know you're probably not, but if you see this video, I'm thanking you. I can't thank you anymore for writing this book. So, but again, the other people who are watching, if you can find this book for extremely cheap, just this book, pick it up. You will never ever regret spending money on this. You will never regret putting so much time into this book. I remember I was losing sleep over this book. It was driving me crazy. And this book, I'm thinking about reading this book again. Yeah, and I should have said in the beginning, this book contains about 340 pages. So it's not that long. Well, depending if you read books a lot, 340 pages shouldn't be nothing really. But yeah, the 340 pages of excellent descriptive writing and strong storyline behind this. And this book, and I should also put that this book has nothing to do with Halo Reach, the game. Even though the game was amazing, I personally love it. Excuse me. And I'm still playing it now, and I can't put it down. So, again, if I had to put this book on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the best and 1 being the worst, I give this book maybe a 9.9 or 9.5 to be more. Yeah, 9.5, because there's some stuff in this book that just it doesn't seem right. I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. It doesn't seem to fit the Halo environment, I guess you could say. I don't know. Again, I don't know how to explain it, but this is definitely easily one of the best game novels I've read, and one of the best prequels I've read, next to Mass Effect. And the great thing is you don't even need to play the games, because again, they wrote a book on the game. If you don't really want to play the game, like you just couldn't get into the game, and you like reading books, read the book. Everything that happens in the game, but it's just more straightforward. It just sticks with the story. Of course, they're going to take out things from the game that you're not able to, see in the book, but the book focuses on the core storyline of the game. So again, you don't have to play the game to even read these books, which is good. Now, Mass Effect, on the other hand, and again, I'm trying to stick on Halo. Mass Effect, you kind of have a little bit of you have a little knowledge of the game, a little bit, not too much. To read the prequel, which is Revelation, and again, I'm trying to stay on Halo, put the book down, I know what you're trying to say. Anyway, I gotta have a backstory on this. Halo, no backstory, you can read the book, pick it up if you ever get a chance. Thank you for watching. rate, comment, subscribe, and I hope you enjoyed my review.